the stick, the button stick, to the following speaker, who is with respect is going to give us some opening remarks. Her name is Miss Jane Jabulani, who is the chairperson or chairlady of KARIBA Incorporated Areas Residents and Ratepayers Association. In collaboration with KURA, we are going to receive more speakers who are going to undertake the rest of the details in a full detail or in a more elaborate way. Thank you. Over to you, Madam.
Well, good morning again. Thank you for coming to this event that is being held by KURA and Kiara, where we are going to be discussing issues that is to do with service delivery. So, without wasting much time, I'll call on Mr. Taola Meso from the chairperson of KURA. Mr. Taola Meso, over to you.
Thank you very much. This morning I'm not going to take much of your time. I'm actually here about this time to Mr. Kofi, who is the director for publicity for KURA. Thank you, my co-chairpersons, and also my co-information and publicity for KURA. The most important thing is we want to welcome you in the house. You are a key player for information sharing within the community, which is objective number one. And as KURA and KIARA, our core objective is to represent the residents in terms of service delivery. That's the reason why we are here. The reason why we are here most importantly is to improve the service delivery, not mainly from the municipality of KARIBA, but from the KARIBA town as a whole. Because what is important is, as long as I get the service that I require, or what is required by our constitution, by the laws of this land, then we are all inclined. So, our issues for today are mainly from the two resident association but to the municipality of KARIBA. What we have done is, on the 18th of May 2025, we wrote our concerns to the municipality of KARIBA in regards to service delivery that we give to the residents of KARIBA. So I'll go issue by issue in brief, so that you understand the background, where we're coming from, where we are going. The main objective why we wrote our concerns was we've been comparing what was happening before and what is happening now. Then we have to see that there's a gap somewhere, or there's a misconception somewhere. So that misconception of a gap, this is what we've actually raised in the municipality of KARIBA, so that they look at it. Unfortunately, from the 13th of May up to today, there is no answer. There is no answer. And acknowledgement of our concerns being received to their offices, we received them. But receiving them was only an acknowledgement with no response. And we are still waiting for the response, which we don't know when is the response coming. And which is also another gap, because communication is key. Isusu kana tichinge tiri mudzimai nemurume mumba, mukadzimara mashota communication, imweyo haikusisina. Saka kana kusisina communication, zvakutoreva kuti hapasisina kuwirirana pakatapa. Yes, vamwe vanoti communication, kunyarara communication. Some they say, so those funny people, they say that, kuti kana ndakanyarara ndatokommunicate. So to us, municipality has communicated to us. Either to say you guys are nonsense, or we have heard you. And once we have heard you, then we will see what we can do. So we are still waiting for the true response, being nonsensical to them or being useful to them. But anyway, without saying much of those issues, let me go to the issues why we've invited you guys. This document that I'm holding here, that's the document that we gave to municipality. That's the document that we gave to President's office. That's the document that we gave to local government. That's the document that we gave to even our resident minister. If you call her today, she must know that this document is in her hands, unless otherwise. But we did deliver the document. The only ministry or the only minister who doesn't have this document is the Minister of Local Government himself. Because we're saying we should not go there as fast as we can without exhausting these, at least these law offices. But unfortunately, again, no response from all those offices, which is worrying us now. To say, are we existing or not?
Yes.
Are we the real people of KARIBA or not? I want to give you an example. If you look at all of us, the four of us here, we are pure residents of KARIBA. We have properties in KARIBA. We are not only representing the people. We have properties in KARIBA. If it is not even more than 2. If you can see us, the four of us, and other people who are not with us,
Yes.
we have properties. So we have interest of the KARIBA because we are the owners of the KARIBA. We are not only doing this because we are doing it for the residents. No, we are also doing it for ourselves. Because we have interest, we have properties that we need to safeguard. The people that we are talking to them to say, can we talk more about self-security? They also have properties in KARIBA, which they are also safeguarding, either on a positive way or on a negative way. But the key people is, these people, they are safeguarding their properties. If it is not even more than 20 from each of them, which is a worrisome to us as residents associations. Unfortunately, one of the resident associations is not with us, not because we've sidelined the Arctic Association, no, but because they are not in touch with the same objectives that we have. And we find ourselves to say, no, it's not a crime not to have the same objective with you. It's not a crime. It's quite important, it's quite good. Because we see where we think this is where we need to either correct or either to improve. So we are not saying the other resident that you know, which is not here. It's not here because maybe they boycotted. No. It's because of the objectives that we have. We have different objectives in terms of representing the residents. But what is key and what is very important is at least the 3 of us we are representing residents in different ways. So, one issue was issues to do with the tenders. We may not have much knowledge about what the tenders do, but we have basic knowledge because we also read. We also read. So the tenders that the municipality is doing, we were not quite sure how are they going on. How is the process going on? The transparency of the tenders to us was not fair. I want to give you an example of the 2024 tender of the street lights, which costed $903. Only one. And how many street lights do we have so far in KARIBA? There are many. So how much money was wasted by our municipality because of the tender? Which they are now saying government is actually, advising us what to do and what to implement. Fine, it's okay, the government is doing that. But we are also humans. That we can also say, is this proper? When the same light that costs 40 years in Harare without the pole. So to us as residents, we're now saying, is the pole costing $860? Only the pole. Because the light itself in Harare is costing 40 years. And once again, by the then, the mayor, who was Maseno, by the then. And he was actually saying, no, that's what the process is all about. You know, we need to put the tender, and this person was actually the cheapest. How can you be robbed daylight? How can you be robbed by the government itself? When the government itself is actually saying, we represent the people. And we are the people. We are not happy with that. We are not happy with that. We are not happy. So this is the reason why we have called you guys to write more information about what we are doing and what we have done. And we have done above board. We fear nothing because we have done above board. All these documents, they are with the relevant offices who represent the people. So we have done above board. So this is one key issue. I don't know whether if ever we are to start to lobby or advocate as residents, this is one key topic that we need the government to relook at it. The tender process is not fair to the residents, to the poor residents actually, not only residents, to the poor residents. Because surely if you are to say a light that costs 40 US and at the end of the day it's costing $903 US, my Jesus, may God come down. It's not proper. It's not proper. So that's one key. Now we go to another subject or another heading. Land audit. You are very much aware, if you know, that the land audit of municipality of KARIBA was basically done long back ago. If it's not even 10 years ago. We don't even know how much land do we have. We don't even know. Rather, if I to ask you as media, do you know how much land the municipality have by now? Do you know? But you are the eyes of the people. We are the spokespersons of the people. Not only us as resident association, even you as media. If you don't know, then it means we are all in dark, which is very wrong. My colleagues, which is very wrong.
Yeah, it's very wrong. Very wrong.
The land audit, if you go to Land Audit Act, it will tell you that time by time, you should understand how much land do we have, how much land we've sold, that we've sold to the community, and we don't even know. Kasese is now a topic as we speak right now. We don't even know how much land was sold in Kasese. We don't even. We only know how many states are in Kasese. And how much? That much no one knows. What happened to that money of Kasese in 2018? I was one of the beneficiaries who bought Kasese in 2013 with $2,900 cash. And what happened with my $2,900 in 2013 for Kasese? Nothing. And all of us were smiling over that. And all of us were saying it's okay. I'm now 49 years old. Can you calculate in 2018 how old I was? I was maybe around 30 something, yeah? Now I'm 49. Maybe I'm 2 years to go and I died. That's not fair.
Yeah, it's not fair.
That's not fair.
It's not fair.
So this is what we've been asking the local authority to give us. We are actually telling them their job. This is your job, guys. Can you tell us your job? Simple. And they know, they have it. From their tips of their hands, they have the information. And they don't want to give it to the public. And this is the public information that we're asking for. So, the process itself of the land audit, it actually gets to us into the estate account. Where we are now saying, whatever land has been sold, we need to know how much is that.
Yes.
And in that account, how much was used for what? And we don't know all those things. But if you go to them, they tell you, everything is there. Come, you see. You have everything. The books are okay. And surely the books they can be okay. Because don't forget we have a finance director who's managed by a grade 7 chap who's a councillor. And that equality is not even, matching. So by such an environment we are robbed. Daily, we are robbed. Well, some they can say that's political. Yes, eating such as politics. You cannot buy a roller mill when you are not into politics. So everything is politics. Whether it's party politics or it's economical politics or whatever politics you can talk about, it's politics. And you should not run away from it. So this is one key thing that we really need, the local authority to tell us as residents, not only as associations, no, as residents, as community of KARIBA. Number 3, we have problems in terms of public disclosure of residents' water bills and rates. This is a concern. As we speak right now, your water bill is coming with 6% interest when you are late payer. 6% interest. We don't even know who actually accepted that 6%. Because when the process of the budget process was actually happening, we actually refused it. 70% of the residents refused it. And they took 30% of that to say they accepted the 6%. Who can accept a 6% punishment when you know that you have already another punishment actually being applied? Closing water to me is a punishment. And you are actually putting more 6% on punishment of closing water to me. Is that survival? Yes, we know Zimbabwe is now being said survival of the fittest. If you are not fit, that's your own funeral. But how many funerals should we have on one person? How many funerals? That's not fair.
It's not.
Now, we were actually saying as residents association, can we not punish the poor for not having money? Already you are punishing by closing water. Can you not punish them by giving them 6%? Can you not punish them by actually, the other punishment is they take you to a debt collector. If you fail to pay your money, the debt collector is coming on you. And if the debt collector comes on you, it's also coming with an interest on top of the 6%. So, our comrades, life is not fair, especially to the poor. My worry, I want to give you a very good analysis. Our oldest location in KARIBA is mawonero. Seconded by Nyamunga 1. If you look at mawonero right now, the population of mawonero, the most people was living here in mawonero, they are widows or widowers, who are living with $20 from NASA or even zero. And with the type of rates that we are giving to those people, it's not even feasible to them. It's higher. And on top of that, because they failed, we close. Once they failed, we put 6%. Once they failed, we engage in debt collecting. How many punishment of that we are giving to a widow? Myself is fine, I can pay because I'm able. What of a widow? And if they fail, then they say, go and make a payment plan. How can you make a payment plan from a $20 that you are getting from NASA to actually a rate that is costing you $49 minimum a month? And then we say you must have another plan. Have another plan. So in other words, the other plan that you are actually telling us is to say this widow should find a man. And this man should be able, not just a man, an able man to look after this widow. If it is a widow, and then you should also look for a woman who's able to take care of that man. Can we do that, all of us? We cannot. So, this is what we actually crying for as resident association. To say, no, you guys look at this issue. We once again give the councillors and say, you councillors, you have been voted by these people. Did you do a proper analysis to see if these people are able or not? I want to give a very good example. Look at what happens to budget processes every year. The people who are going there, the attendance itself, the input that those people are putting, who are they? 90% of those people, they have no property. They have nothing. They are boys from the streets who just come and make noise and say, yes, yeah, we want these things to happen. Yes. Look at them. They have no property in KARIBA. But I'm worried with those with properties. They don't come. And they're being made decisions by someone who does not have anything. Which is another problem which we are facing in KARIBA. And that we should analyze the two of them. Those with the properties, we want you to participate. Because it's you who knows what is important and what is not important on the crafting of the budget. That's another worry that we are having as resident associations. You go to a process, a budget process attendance. I was not happy in Ward 2 and Ward 3 where I attended myself. Ward 2 only 10 people came. And if you look at those 10 people, 90% of them are noise makers. They're only noise makers with nothing to offer. And when the people who are just saying, let the budget proceed, let it go like that. If you check again, if you analyze those people individually, they are connected somewhere with the municipality of KARIBA officials. They are connected somewhere. So where are we going? We are actually undeveloped this town ourselves. We are actually killing this town ourselves. So we want the residents, pure residents, proper residents, to take care of their properties very well. If they don't do that, then we will cry. And I want to tell you one thing. The council officials, they are very clever. They know very well that residents, you don't have capacity to go and meet the minister. They know very well that you don't have capacity to go and even meet the president himself. They know. So the next answer is the ministry said we should implement this. The ministry or the minister said we should do this. When you ask them for a memorandum, only to show us, even an SI, they will tell you it's coming. But we should implement first. It's coming. We are blindfolded as residents. And unfortunately, when you try to work these residents up, they will make you a problem. You become a problem to them. You see, these guys, you know, they think we don't know ourselves. We know. They should leave us alone. Okay. But where are we going? So that's where the problem is in terms of water bills and the rest. The closure of water. It is actually derived from all these issues where we are not taking care of ourselves very well. Number 4. Rate discrepancies between low and high density areas. If you look at the budget, this 2025 budget, you will see that the low density people, they are paying less than the highest density area people in terms of their rates. I don't know how did they calculate that. And my chairman can confirm that even the municipality officials themselves, they actually accept and agree to say, it's true. Yes. And we should relook at that. But when the budget was being crafted, and the people were not actually looking at those issues, they were actually saying yes. And when this budget was being crafted now, the municipality, they are also clever. They to go and take their own people to make them the budget committee. A councillor so and so bring your own 3 people. A councillor so bring your own 2, 3, 5 people whom we think they are not a problem to us, so that they become a budget committee. And they are now telling us that we have ward-based budget committee at ward level. So you resident association, you have no room now. Okay, that's fine. If you want to participate, go and participate at your ward. Resident association, gentlemen, they are not ward-based associations.
Yes.
They are for a town.
Yes.
They represent the town. They don't represent the ward. So, we want to make it very clear that if you look at 150 square meter size, it's actually paying $40 US. All right? So, and then it's actually paying, dollar per 40 square meter. That's a low density. Dollar per 40 square meter. The high density where we live, the majority of us goes with no money. We are paying dollar for 23 square meter. So look at the difference. Look at the difference. 40 against 23. Instead of actually paying us even dollar per even 100 square meter. Because we only have 150 square meter. And this one is almost 1,800 square meters. 2,000 square meters. Is paying dollar per 40. Which is not proper and not good. So this concern is not fair. And we actually raised for a review, which we don't know whether that review is coming or it's not coming. Number 5, subdivision of Mupande. We only had, and recently we saw it, kublawayo, ku trade fee. Tokatika ono ai, Mupande Bay ya kuto ita resident, ya residential area. But kuno kwacha ina bre advertise. Kana kumbo udzwo wose ma residents eKariba. Kuti Mupande Bay ta kuto imbo divide, achisiri industrial. Takuita isusu ma residential. They never said that. Unless you media, maybe you saw them. If Kanamaka you want to say Mr. Junior, because at now wearing a interrupted, she will only use the Zamunura. Why Mr. Junior in Mapan, Kanamaka you own? Kanamusina you own, and then it means just we are blank. Mopande. Why are we having land? Yataiti Susu is for the community. Taguiti Susu ya residential. Your benefit on moon one. Why are we doing that? And Mupande Bay was actually recreational. Don't take a kuzira mabendi sutichiru kukura muno muKariba. Mabenda yewe ya kuya. Swimming don't take kuzira tsatana kuintebe. Mupande Bay. But right now it's completely zero. It's now being subdivided for a residential. Izo zvinhu kunzwa kuti andisikuziva kuti chokwadi kana si chokwadi chokuti iko zvinozwakala kuchinja imba yako kuti uite zvimwe zvinhu vakuramba iko zvinhu zvimaloji zvawanisa makuda kukurudzira chihure mukomboni zvanyanya zvawanda. Fine, it's okay, but koimimi varidzi vacho you see? So, the press conference is actually an insight to you guys. Kuti muone watukuonawo, kuti muri kuonawo herewo. Kana maona muri kutiwo kudinawo. Right? Now, the potentially benefiting executive in Nyaya Mupande, in executive, you could benefit over this. Yes. izvo zvizvi tainzwa kuti pane dzimwe nzvimbo dzainzi hadziite kana kuvaka imba, hadziite kana it's a swamp or whatever chirungu chinotaurwa mheno kuti dzinonzi chi. Tariseko zvinhu zane dzimba. Imwe yabhawa, imwe yamheno chachi. Iwe wakaenda iwe uchiti inini ndipeiwo apa guys. Unonzi apaiti right. 2-3 years wakangamo unapa kuto wako. Ko atotomwana apaita. Anguwa yacho panga pasingaiti. But because those babuda say which is not fair. And these developments, there must be a first in silver being a Caribbean. If you look at Malay machine Jarmuno, Dana Queen Elizabeth of UK. You chair muno mauna. And the Kanawai end up no track on the condition of Kutikana they won't want the kind of see. Can a queen aware and for condition favorable? Both are animal. You own a man. One day they say to own a man. What do you want for condition or no? We want no area. I don't develop our area. What do you want for condition you? Don't know no yedu no aruma. Ono yedu aisi yokumboti personal. Aisi personal. And I think when we get personal nevana.
Yes.
Because artists could have personal. But nature quit and a basa do not develop Jimbo yedu ye kari. If you look right now to Chiripamapani Bay, if you look right now in terms of recreational, KARIBA right now in terms of tourism is the list. But the highest type is another big force. 1995, 1996, 2000, up to 2005. Type is another big force. Right now, KARIBA, kana kwa tueta tourist mwana uchikoro abaguvumba. Mwana uchikoro apa bili mawo. Do amakuti ndiye tourist makuto record kuti gorino itakata 66% of tourists vanani vana vechikoro. This is not fair. That's the reason why this press conference is very important for the residents of KARIBA. Vazive dunhu ravo kuti atina kwatiri kuenda with the type of leadership that we have. Tinoda leadership ine moyo nevanhu munzvimbo mavo. Tinonyora KARIBA is the destination. Kachirungu anonyora so. Tourist destination. Yes, tourist destination. Motto. But are we real in that? If we are to real in that, how many real tourists visited us? So far, tamu havebori. How many? Tikasaenda isusu tikatika muno muKariba pa information abo. Kunotenga hembe dzea. Diana no yakunzwa vano chikoro nesu. Vanonga mchaona. But go to Vic Force unoshauri Vic Force iri muZimbabwe ere kana iri kuAmerica. Iri kupi Vic Force? Go to Nyanga. Unoshauri Nyanga vanhu vari kuvisita kuno kwa maZimbabweans ere ndo kupi? Where did we go wrong as KARIBA? It's because we are not taking our town as an important town. We are not taking our town as a key town in terms of tourism. Mudara kumbovanzwa nekuchema. KARIBA ino yanga yakanaka zvikuru stereki. KARIBA ino yaita zvakanaka stereki. Ko yazodiko naye mudhara iko zvino. Aisisina vanhu vakaita seni madhara maiziva kunaka kwayo. Aisisina. Tane vanhu varikuti me first. You later. So me first, you later. Ndo yatuura. And if you look at it, inotanga nekumba. Vanhu vazhinji vana implementa nyaya idzodzedzi nekumba futi ndo problem. Me first, you later. Ndo munotangira leadership. Patinozoona muchifowera kwekwe muri kufowera mukutanga nekufowera nekumba. Ndo kune dzinde. So nyaya iyi tiri kuichema zvikuru kuti iyi ngaimire. But nepayava handifunge tichamira ino. Nepatakaiona we need to work hard. We need to work hard. Wakone yakuto advertisewa ku trade show kunoya president achitarisa kuti KARIBA murise otono kune mastand agono niyo ndikudo yangu ikoko uchamunambira iwo ka advertise dokune potential investor wala ma potential investor ari ku trade fair vauya vangani kuzo investor tine vangani so far ma potential acho. We are in trouble with that. Nyaya estate account amboitaura, so I will leave that. Nyaya salary backlog iyo takamboitaura, but isusu we are not much concerned about that. Inyaya vashandi nemushandiri wavo nema unions avo. But concern yedu panyaya iyi iri pa service delivery. Ndo pane concern yedu kuti kana mushandi ari public service akasawana mari zvinouraya service delivery yemucommunity. Bosi pawachada kuvhara mvura iwewe kuti ndinobhadhara inini kukanzuru net $50 ndichapa iwewe $5 kushandifamili. The service delivery is gone. But kana mushandi akaguta anogudza kuti shamari ndiri pabasa inobhadhara mvura ndihore. But kana ne 3 months muromo wakaoma 6 months muromo wakaoma ndo yakuda kuzokuvharira mvura $80 wondipa $10 ndiye marisha ndiye Jehovha zvangu zvatoita ndongofana nokusiyirawo pamwe panobuda mbishana kuti kana azouya foromana anongoona kuti panenge pakavharwa asiwo tichoti atizorigawo kubuda ka service delivery is gone because of that. Nobody nyaya yedu chete. Isu hatina dambudziko nokuti vahoresana here kana vasikuhoresana vachahoresana rini hatinei nazvo as Residents Association. Haisi basa redu actually. But tinosenda concern manje kuti ko pa service delivery care mabhini atakurwa here. Ikozvo mabhini atakurwa usiku mambozviona. Mambozvicheredza. Last week ndakaenda kuma 7. Kirikiti ndokomana kutakura 7 p.m. Awuzobvunza zvako kuti kuvakomana unongo chimboziva kuti ilezi edha wauda overtime because hakuna chiri koko kana uda ka incentive kuti zvifambe achazivi pamwe zvozvodzi yanga yakafa ko kana yanga yakafa nguva yebasa yadarika chiitai mangwana wai muri kukakarika kuita usiku zvine mubayiro samwe zvine zvazvinoreva samwe. So isusu as Residents Association ndo zvatinotarisa kuti zvazviri kuita result yazvo in terms of delivery iri papi. Ndo pane key result redu chete zvimwe zvatinei nazvo patinozotarisa key result redu reservice delivery riri papi kana zvadai, right? Fixed water charge ye $4 takambodzudzana nenyaya iyi takamboshedzera umwe murume wokuministry ainzani murume wewe meno sarakeranga akauya zvikatitapigira muchinda kuministry kuti akuudzei kuti zvakakosha kuwana tite fixed water charge. Ndobva tamubvunza isu tati orati bambo imi mauya makamirira ministry kai so zvatakuda zvesida kuti zviite recorded because tichavisita kuministry inini panapa ndakuya ndakamira ministry ndauya ndakazvimirira kundingokuudzai chete kuti zvinofambiswa sei kandi saka hauna nyaya buda musangano ngaupera hauna nyaya. Nyaya yanga isine kuti tinoda kuexposana nyaya yanga ni authentic of the information that we want so that mangwana tinenge tine chatakabata kuti zvino zvatakaita sei zvino zvatakawirirana. But that was taken as a tool to destroy the Residents Association. Inhubu idzadziterere ende ndo zvimwe zvakatobvisisa makomiti kuti no havashandike navavo vane noise. Hatina noise, tinoda kubatsirana because kubudirira kwetown kubudirira kwedu tese kufa kwetown ino iri kufira isu tese. So this fixed water charge $4 isu sema-resident association takairamba kuti munda kutipa $4 fixed water charge sei muchiti chaja mvura makagara maichaja kudhara $74 cents per cubic liter. Saka imimi muchinditi 74 cents per cubic liter yemvura yandaramwa yandashandisa muruda kundichajirei fixed mvura $4 day. Svanzaiwa kana mapaipi azobesta anoda kuzogadziriswa kana pazodai mishonga kana yazodai toda kuzo saka ndakati ko 74 cents ndedze pozdoka inofana kwenda iaccount yemvura kaini 74 cents account yemvura zvichiro china chekuita nemvura ndo mari inofana kugadzira chi iko saka $4 day hayi mapaipi anozodai okay isusu ngatiite isu kana iri project yokuti toda kuimprove reticulation yemapaipi either yemvura or esuo tadiita zvita as a levy for a specific time. Toziva kuti chinhu chedu chatoda kugadzira panapa chiri kukosta $20 saka $20 chabvisa $4 kusvika pakati tovhara takambonyeperana kuita wirirano hanza zvine musoro haya ngatiite izvo tichingoti musana nde chipepa d kwa minister maresidents vakati chiri right api maresidents acho kansela anomirira maresidents ndomirira takanda kupiwa kansela akavhoterwa nemaresidents anomirira maresidents saka kana kansela akati ndizvozvo amirira maresidents takushanda zvekunyunyanya wamunyunye tadii tashanda tichiwirirana because chatinoda kugadzirisa itaundi yedu tese kana tati chachiiti sevagari ngatimbochiongororai todzokera kuboard togara pasi sei tiri kuti achiite pasi tiri kuita ndepapi saka toita sei kuti chiite. All that it was in vain. Varume nemadzimai emedia, all that was in vain. We tried our best kudzimana tangu nemama residents resident association hapana zviripo munotadza kuti miririra hapana zviripo zvakanzi pane mutemo unonzi kana musina kufara munonyora chinonzi chi objection ame chirungu chofu munonyora chirungu chonzi objection chinonyorwa sei makanzura tudzeka vanyore chinonyorwa sei havazivo vanoti nyora objection kana objection yanyorwa yonokandwa mubhini yonzi hamusi makatadza kunyora objection yenyu handiyo manyorwa ainoitwa makaudza vanhu inonyorwa sei here ibasa renyu rokutsvaga iroro ibasa renyu ndikansela yo ari kudza munhu akamuvhotera ibasa renyu rokutsvaga iroro kuti zvinonyorwa sei. So tikupepi tese tiri kumirira vanhu ekansela ari kumirira vanhu resident association iri kumirira vanhu ngatibatanei toita chinhu chimwe chete ngatisaisei politics pazisingadi tinoziva kuti munhu nomunhu ane kupati kwaari in terms of party politics but kana taakuuya kunyaya dzemaresidents inyaya dzedu tose dzinobata iwe neni saka ngatigarei pasi tose tionesani and izvi zvataionesa makanselas izvi zvaiva matiki maplus ekugara muofisi dzimwe 5 ambeno makore mangani dai vakagadzira izvi zvakasinei nechekuita nezvo zvazvine nechekuita navo ivo ndo vaiwana mamax kwete isu but takaita maenemies of all of them which we accept anyway, but we accept for the betterment of the town and for the development of the town.
Exactly.
So our last point was the 6% charge on overdue area. Namboitaura, but daitaura paya pandichisanganisa nema-debt collector, ndichisanganisa nekubvarwa kwemvura. But iyi yakauya yakazvimiririra mu-2025 budget. Izvozvi tine ma2 months vamusada horaka, tine ma2 months vamusada bhadhara mvura, tine 12% baba. Can you imagine 12% of $49 times 2? It's not good. Because those munhu wese akaomerwa, companies they are not paying. Kusanganisa municipality haisi kubhadhara vashandi vayo. Zvichireva kuti problem yavanayo ndo problem ine munhu wese. Saka why are we punishing each other for a national problem? Ndo pano wanzi ihurumende yenyu. Ko iwa haisi yakwe. Wesi wo kutoishandira, wozi ndo public office, inanzi public office. Iwe ndo kutoishandira, woti ndeyangu.
Yes.
That's being rude. Mimwe mindiro dzatinoona kuma officials, atitaura nemazita. But that's not fair. Hurumende yenyu ndio iri kuita izvozvo. Iwe haisisiri yako, asi ndio iri kutambirisa. Pamusoro pezotambisa futi nemari yangu yandiri kubhadhara mvura nemari idzi. Ndeyangu. Wondibhadhara fuda. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what brought us here. To say, as media, where are you playing? Kana tini ma issues akadai. The party pamuri in terms of educating the society, in terms of informing the society of all issues that are concerning the residents. Don't panic why we are here. So I'll rest here and then I'll open for questions. And then we'll try to answer. My questions are technical. Atisingagona kuansa anodawe kanzuru. Tinongokutenda ikoko. Isusu yeda tinogona kukupindura sema residents. Ana zvichemo zvedu sema residents. We'll answer you. Ndatenda zvangu. Thank you very much, my colleagues.